beautiful soul. My name is Samantha, if we've never met before, and I'm very honoured to have you here. I was out in my garden this afternoon watching a grandmother spider weave her web right in front of my eyes. And as I watched her create this web with her own body, with her own silk, it really struck to me what I'm weaving in my life, that I have this power in my life to create my own reality, to wake up every day and make choices, and to start reflecting on if the choices I'm making really do serve me and my web, the web of my life, in the best way possible. And if I don't like it, I can reweave, I can ebb, I can flow, I can change. And as I reflected, I kind of feel like I'm really out of balance and I'm doing lots of different things, but just not at 100%. I'm kind of doing everything at 40% capacity. I'm trying to grow and learn. I'm doing courses and trying to keep on top of my garden, film YouTube and Patreon and hairdressing and keeping on top of my body and being a good fur mom and creating things. I just feel chaotic all the time. And the biggest question I'm trying to ask myself is, how am I going to get myself back to center, to balance, to equilibrium? How am I going to juggle all of these things and kind of give them all the attention that they need? That's been my pondering this week as I'm creating a new, content. I've decided to start filming 2 videos a week, and this is the first one. It's a bit of a week in my life, reflections, or I don't know yet. We'll see how it all blends together, but I've been this week diving into my tarot studies, and I love tarot because of its reflections. I think that's probably why this video has taken this very reflective route, It's deeply esoteric. It's so linked with psychology, the tarot, and each card is a reflection of us within the cards. I've loved it as long as I can remember, but really wanted to study it on a deeper level. So this is my issue, is that I like to study. I'm also studying here with my other teacher, Ashley River, and diving into more, self-development. I always feel like I'm trying to fill my cup up. So I am doing things to help myself. This is the thing. I'm not innately burning myself out or juggling too many things that are toxic. I've kind of cut out a lot of the strenuous things that left me feeling depleted. These are all things that I love, but I put so much pressure on myself to get all of these things done that I start to feel guilty, just like my garden. I haven't been out in so many months to look after it, and the weeds have just gone rampant. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go this week and get some seedlings that'll motivate me, that'll get me into the garden, doing all these things. But if I'm out of balance, if I haven't taken care of my foundations first, what's going to be different than the last, 3 months that I haven't been doing the gardens? So I buy all these things, and then I have, again, more pressure on myself to do it, because if I don't go out into the garden, then the seedlings are going to die, and then I'm going to feel bad that I wasted money on all these beautiful plants and feel bad for the plant babies. And you see, this pressure that I put on myself is so toxic because it leads to procrastination. It leads to my mind being so chaotic that I have all these things to do that I do nothing, and they end up sitting in boxes like this for over a week. So I guess you can see why achieving balance is so important to me, why reflecting on the fact that I'm in this space, that it's not going to last forever. And like I said, just like the beautiful spider weaving her web, I have choices. I have choices every day that I wake up to make a change, to do something. And that is really what this reflective process is all about, figuring out where I'm at. And for me, it is my foundations. It's things like nourishing my body with food. It's things like getting enough sleep, drinking enough water. I'm really this week coming back to the core of myself and asking myself what it is that I need. And there's no shame, there's no guilt. It's literally a simple question of, where am I with my foundations? Am I nourishing myself? Am I feeling really abundant in my body? And I don't. I feel really stiff and stale. I make a lot of excuses as to why I can't cook, but as in why I'm not going to the effort to cook, where really there's none. I'm just in a bad habit, in a bad routine. And The thing is, they may seem like little tiny small changes. Right now, I'm making pizza. You know, it's not that great for you, but this small little change of instead of getting takeaway food, I'm making myself my own food will then become a bigger change. You know, all these little steps become a big step. And then all of a sudden those big steps become your everyday. And that is how we change. Of course, another foundation is work. And like I had my weaving my web moment 12 months ago, I had to ask myself, am I happy being a full-time hairdresser? It's been all I've done for 14 years, but the answer was no. And I love sharing wisdom like here, filming, and on Patreon, and creating classes and connecting with community. But it takes a lot, you know, it's a lot of effort, there's planning, but it brings me so much joy, and it's aligning with my North Star, with my heart's desires. And yeah, I just think that that's another reflection we have to look at. Is our job nourishing us? Is our career? It can be very scary to change our career, but I can guarantee you that it is so worth it. It's scary, but it's worth it, because I've never been happier than I am now creating YouTube. And I don't really think a lot of us reach out for support from our family and friends, our partners. I know recently, like when I reach out to Callum and say I really am kind of needing a bit of support, I'm trying to get back to balance, he has stepped up so much, and he's just incredible. He calls himself a pack mule as a joke, but he will like clean the whole house and cook dinner, and I'm just so blessed, and it's a bit of an appreciation at the moment for him. And, finally, the final step for me has been creating and connecting back to my creativity. I've started needlework again, doing embroidery and creating things like this that fill my heart with so much joy. Don't mind Wolfie's fur, but, the owl, the lunar moth, poisonous plants, all of my, things that I love the most. And I guess to summarize everything is finding balance and our equilibrium, starting with our foundations, looking at all of these areas in our lives, grounding ourselves, getting outside, tending to our creativity, nourishing our body, nourishing our spirit, making sure we're aligning with a career or something in our everyday life that brings us joy, so we can connect with the spirit of abundance and creativity and joy. So I guess thank you for being here with me as I've been exploring this reflection with you. I have no idea what my weekly videos are going to be like. Sometimes I guess it might be a day in my life and, me talking to you, or sometimes it might be something like this, a reflection, or I don't know. It's just cool to explore. It brings me lots of joy, and seeing your comments under the videos and communicating with you just fills my heart with so much love. So leave a comment, let me know how you felt about this topic, if you've got a lot of balance in your life, or if you feel the same as me. I'm sure there's lots of you out there that feel the same. You're not alone. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you later in the week for my second video. It feels so weird to say that, but I'm excited. Okay, sending you lots of love. Bye.